Switch gears though from auto racing to archery, and we're talking now with Becky Adams of Santa Ana. You were a state champion from 86, 87, 88, and 89.
Well, not 89, but in 88.
88. Now, but you were also indoors and outdoors.
Right. There are different forms of archery. One is called a roving field, and that's outdoors. And one is indoors, and then there's another one outdoors, and that's target archery. The difference is, on a roving field, you're shooting from 7 to 80 yards, uphill and downhill and roving. And in target archery, it's like you would see with Olympic shooters, where the target's stationary and you just move back or forward.
Which one do you prefer?
I think they're all interesting. They're all fun. They're very different. They take a different kind of concentration, a little different mental attitude, and one takes more physical stamina, and I think that's the roving field.
That's because you're moving around a lot more.
And going
obviously
up and down the hills.
And that would make your concentration, because you're breathing a little bit harder and your muscles a little bit more tired. Would that make it tougher to hit your target?
Well, part of it is when you go climbing up an incline so that you can shoot arrows down, and then you go down to get them, and then you climb another hill so you can shoot from up there. It's physically challenging too. So
I think it's interesting in how you got started in this sport. You got your first bow as a present?
Yeah, Mother's Day. My son got interested in shooting from an old bow he found from his father. And then he talked his dad into getting another bow. And then everyone kept saying that I should shoot also, but I didn't think I'd like being out in the heat and the dust. But on a Mother's Day, I got a bow anyway. That's
not your typical Mother's Day gift. Were you happy with it at first, or a little bit disappointed?
No, I was surprised. But then I decided, well, I would try to shoot it, but I was fairly wimpy at first. It takes the mass weight of holding a bow out, and then just the weight of the bow and trying to pull it, and I got very discouraged, and they had to take it down to eensy-weensy weight. And I started from there.
Now, what's the thing that you enjoy most about this sport?
Oh, I enjoy participating with all the different people that we meet. We travel a lot now on short trips here and there, and we meet different people that do all kinds of different jobs, but we all share archery, and it's like there's a state organization and national organization, and so wherever we go, there are people who are willing to, they know you, they know what you do, and you know what they do, and it's fun.
I see. Now, what about the future of archery? I'd heard that some people think that this sport's going to the wayside because there aren't that many areas to shoot and to participate. Do you think that the sport can continue to be successful?
I think with the innovations that have come about in archery that there's more and more interest in it. So many times I hear people say, I tried it in high school, I tried it in college, but I always hit my arm, or I didn't get very good at it. And there have been so many improvements made with equipment that when people try it again, and it's challenging and interesting, and true, we are losing some ranges because we're just like the wild animals in a way. We need some space. I think also there are people looking for ways to keep those ranges, because I think there are more and more people entering archery rather than, losing archery.
Okay, I understand we have a caller online. Thanks for calling. You're talking with Becky Adams right now.
Becky?
Yes.
Jimmy Warren here from Midway City.
Yes.
I was just wondering, what do you set your tension out on your bow for competition shooting?
I shoot about 40 pounds on my bow.
That's a lot for a woman, isn't it?
I think it depends on whether you're a beginner or whether you've been shooting for a while, but if you want to shoot well on the field, I think you need about 40 pounds.
Hell, I don't know. I know guys that don't shoot at that. That's great, Beck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for your call. Can you explain that to me now? 40 pounds of tension, I don't understand what that means.
Well, you use your back muscles to pull your bow. You sort of lock with your hands, and then you use your back to pull. So according to how much tension it takes to pull that bow back and hold it, that's measured in pounds. It's like 40 pounds to pull back and 30 pounds to pull back, and that's what he means by tension on that thing.
Do you do any kind of exercise program to keep in shape for this?
Well, I probably should. Actually, if you shoot often enough, I think that is the practice. And when we were practicing for the Las Vegas Indoor, which is the largest indoor tournament in the world, I practice a lot. I practice like every other night. When we shoot just through the year, I probably shoot once during the weekend, then on the weekends. So that's like...
Now, Is this a sport that anybody can pick up, or that most people, the average person, would be, once they started, would enjoy?
I think so. If people took their children to shoot, I think they would find out how fascinated children are. We call those people cubs. And they just love to shoot the ranges and shoot their bows and travel around with their parents and do these things. And I think many women who are like I was would say, I don't think I'd be interested in that at all. If they went out and got their own equipment and it was right for them and it had the right draw length and all the things were right, they would really enjoy it. And it is a family activity. It's like tennis or golf or anything where you start and you get a little better and improvement makes you feel good, so you try.
Oh, okay, and in 10 seconds or less, where's the future of archery for you going?
I would like to shoot a 500 on the field. That's an excellent score on the field for me, because I'm a finger shooter. I don't use an automatic release. So I'd like to shoot a 500 on the field, and I would just like to do it forever. Like a man I know that's about 82 years old and still walks those fields and shoots his bow.
Okay, Becky, a sport for life, I guess, right?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay, thanks for joining us tonight, and really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Okay, right now I'd like to, if we can, run down the final scores from Orange County High School football action this Thursday evening. We'll take a look at the scoreboard.